when I worked in corporate America, I used to work on talk shows. I did a bunch of talk shows. That's some soul-sucking work. And because you just got to do what's mandated. And a lot of times it's anything to bring in ratings. One of the first shows I worked on, they brought back a show called Love Connection. Do y'all remember that? Love Connection. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Remember Love Connection? Ooh, boy, that job seemed like it was going to be a cinch. Just hooking people up, two strangers. I used to love the show as a kid. They brought it back. So I get this lady. This lady is the nicest lady. She was a single mom because she had divorced her husband. And when I'm talking to her for the pre-interview, you could hear her two little daughters in the background. They want to press the microwave, and she was so patient with them. Okay, honey, go ahead and press it. You know, most mothers, don't you see me on the fucking phone? She didn't do any of that. This lady, okay, honey, hit 2, hit 1, hit start. I said, oh, this lady is really, really sweet. So she was a high school teacher. And I mean, this lady was so nice on the phone. Patience of Job. First of all, you have to have patience to be a teacher of any kind. Patience of Job. So she told me, she said, yeah, my whole high school can't wait to see my episode because they're so happy. The administration, the faculty, the kids, we're all going to sit together and watch my episode. I said, oh, this is so nice. So I asked her how the date went. She said the date was wonderful. She said the guy showed up. He was handsome. He had on a suit. He drove a Volvo. They had a good time talking to the other table. And it was just such a wonderful night. She loved to do it again. I was like, oh, that is so good. This lady deserved an experience like that. So the second part of the job is you now have to call him. So I call him to get his side. This is my first week of work. I call him to get his side. Completely different experience. He was like, she shows up with this horrible-looking sundress on and these Birkenstocks. He said she was driving some beat-up car and it broke down on the way to the restaurant, so she was 30 minutes late. He said, then when we get to the table, she's running her mouth to the other couples at the next table. And I was so embarrassed to be seen with her. I can't wait till we go on the show so I can rip her a new one. Now, mind you, I know she said the whole school is getting ready to watch this episode. So now I have a lump in my throat. I'm like, oh, shit. They had completely opposite experiences. So now I want to call her to warn her. So I talked to my boss. I'm like, well, this is what happened. I would like to call. He was like, no, this is going to be great TV. Her getting ripped a new asshole. This is sweeps week. We're going to fly through the ratings. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I was like, that's when I realized I wasn't cut out for that show. That was just too much for me. If she didn't say that the high school kids were going to be watching, I might have been a little bit better. But I'm like, they are going to be laughing at this. He was so rude to her. So I couldn't say anything because I would have gotten fired. The episode airs, and he is obnoxious as hell. I mean, he's saying even worse stuff than what he said to me on the phone. And she's sitting there looking like a deer caught. And she's had on them same fucked up Birkenstocks. But she... and that same Holly Hobby ass dress. But I was like, nobody needs to be treated like that. And Chuck Woolery was like, so do you want to go on another date? He was like, hell no, I'd rather rip my own balls off.